Hello everyone, my name is Garrett Oakamber, and welcome to Age of Empires 2, the HD edition. This is also slash Forgotten, which is the DLC, but I am unable to play that because, well, unfortunately, the Forgotten expansion has a massive problem with Windows 7 and likes to crash repeatedly. It goes out of sync, and there's nothing I can do about that. So, yeah, I'm playing as a turkey. No. Uh, so this is a custom map that I built in a relatively short amount of time. And I like building custom maps in this game. I do not like playing campaign modes. I like the freedom to do what I want and take my time and just relax. So we're currently researching the feudal age. We've got ourselves some fishing areas. And I like to do overblown maps with a lot of resources. On account, you can see I've got a lot of bushes, a lot of gold, a lot of stone. Throughout different parts of the world, there's all these caches of loot and stuff. Alright, well, we have reached the feudal age, and I'm going to research a wheelbarrow immediately, because gathering is key. We're also going to give our guys some increased range and all that, and we are going to build a transport ship so we can start moving some citizens. As they clear out this brush, we can move on out. And there is an island over here, which will be a great strategic point. Everyone who's played this game, and there's a body of water near you, knows that you should try to create an outpost on the water. The AI has trouble conquering you if you have a navy. So once that wheelbarrow's done, we are going to give ourselves some more villagers. I've got some nice little pavilions. They're nice. And I'm playing as the Scourge, even though I'm not. We're going to just explore a bit while we wait. Here we go. Give us some villagers! Okay, so yeah, I'm playing obviously like a fantasy-inspired factions kind of thing, and I like doing that on occasion. Sometimes I'll be serious about it, but when it comes down to it, I give teams pretty even advantages. There's 2 heroes on each team. My heroes happen to be Miss Joan of Arc and Mordred. I believe it's Mordred. No, it's Joan of Arc. Yep, Mordred. And I really just do that at a whim. Out of my favorite heroes, though, I'd have to say King Arthur and Robin Hood. And every team starts out with 4 animals, turkeys. There are... what is it? There's 3 enemies somewhere around here in this vicinity, and then I have an ally over here, if he is. Okay, so these are the teams. The Scourge in gray, Legion in green, the Imperium in purple, the Wild Folk in orange, and the Banner of the Sun in yellow. And I purposefully... ooh, our friends are also advancing. That's good. That's very good. I have purposefully given myself a disadvantage here with making more enemies than I actually have allies. And I did that primarily because the game would be far too easy as is. Let's see if we can... it would be far too easy because the AI is never as good as a human player is, and I don't play this online competitively. I don't like doing that. This is the kind of game I played when I was younger. And not much younger, actually, but, I played this game just in my off time. It was fun to play. It's very relaxing, and it's almost a perfect game, in my opinion. I can't find many flaws with this game, other than the fact the expansion that they added doesn't really work with Windows 7, and that is really disheartening, because they added a really cool mode called Ludicrous Map Sizes, and I have yet to be able to use that properly without it crashing. I really wanted to do a Forgotten series, but regrettably I can't. So here we have the island, and we're going to drop off some villagers here. There are no wild animals that are going to try to kill me on this map. It's mainly just me versus the world. There's some crazy strong enemies that I've put myself up against on purpose, and we're gonna have to just deal with it. So we're gonna build ourselves some walls. We'll eventually flesh... oops, that didn't really work. We'll eventually flesh those walls out, but for now, let's see. Got a good source of food coming in. There it is. Well, we'll increase the sight range of stuff, and I could stand to get some more wood.
Chopper, chopper.
Let's, we should probably make ourselves a proper mine, as we don't really have... No, we do have one, it's just really hard to see. There it is. Give ourselves that. We're gonna have you also become a stone miner. And is there any idle villagers? Idle. Oh yeah, we've got... duh, we got fishing boats. We're gonna get these boats to harvest fish further out, so we have more of a vision on things. I don't really have to worry about attack from the top. There is an enemy somewhere in this vicinity, and obviously since I made the map, I know that. But we don't have to worry too much about attacks from the top, but it would be nice to have some small measure of vision. We're also going to place you down here, in case anyone decides to build a navy. We're going to build a guard tower there, and a guard tower there. Preferably you want to build the guard towers behind your defenses, but since this is an island, and right now anywhere could be attacked. We're going to upgrade man of arms. We're going to add more... Actually, we can stand to get a few more villagers, and also create some houses here in a moment. We have no idle villagers, that's fine. We are going to build some galleys, so we have some naval defense. That is the best strategy you can ever get. A lot of online maps do not possess lakes or bodies of water for that reason, simply because of how cheap you can be. And we don't have a whole lot of room to build any more houses, so we're just going to build it as we go. And tower's almost done. I'm not planning on making this a very big series. Occasionally I might play Age of Empires, if you guys personally request it, or you have an idea for a custom map mode. I will, you know, try it out. I'll try it out. But when it really comes down to it, this is a game I play in my off time, and I wanted to get it... I wanted to get some footage in for you guys. Can have one of those people chop down another tree. You can chop down these trees, and you can also chop down a tree, because... whatever. We got a galley here. We're gonna station the galleys around here, so we can really see if there's any enemies trying to encroach on our territory. Forgive me if I'm not making the best use of time. We should make ourselves a mine here, actually. There is more stone. Ah! I'm having trouble here. There is more stone than there is anything else, and gold, and we can always clear out the, we can always clear out the trees later. So we have another galley here. We're gonna put him on standby. Put him down here somewhere. Okay. So we have a presence. I would prefer it if you all went for gold, but okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It'll work out.
Ready.
So we got many more woodcutters, which is great.
Ready.
What else can we build? We don't have a whole lot of room. I always end up doing this to myself. I don't necessarily have a lot of room to do anything with, so for now, we are going to try to play it smart. You should be doing something, so let's give you... let's make you build another thing there. That'd be good. I'm sending one of these galleys out to investigate any suspicious activity. Some of you might be looking at this and saying, well, why does the game look so different? I found out that the workshop actually supports modders, and some very awesome people made some amazing mods for visual overhauls and such. You can even make all the water into lava if you so wish, or there's a space age thing. I chose this nice, really true HD retexture for everything, and it looks really good. It doesn't change units, sadly, but it doesn't outclass the units, as you can see. It does look natural to the surroundings. And I thought they did a really good job with this pack. So we've got a lot of woods, and I purposefully made the map as difficult as possible to traverse, not only to give us time to build, since our enemy is actually in several ages ahead of us on purpose. I wanted it to be difficult. But when it comes down to it, you know, we're going to station you right here, since that is a actual nice choke point. And we have...
Mandatum.
You aren't really doing anything, so what can you do?
Greeting.
You're not doing anything either. You should be mining.
Greeting.
Is there any more room? There's a little bit of more room, but not a lot. We're gonna... Where can I put you? Can I actually...
Golden.
Yes, I can.
Yes.
As a matter of fact.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. So we're going to move our heroes over there. He's going to build an archery range. And I prefer going archers, especially as the Britons, as they are incredibly ridiculous with the longbowmen. And rightfully so. I own a real British-style longbow IRL for Renaissance fairs, and it's a functional bow. It's not like a decoration or anything, and that thing has power to it. Like, the range and the push that the arrows have are amazing. We're going to create some more laborers here. These villagers will help us. And
Ready.
you just finished that, so it's great.
Bitch.
We're going to have you mine. Create some basic archers. And we will send these villagers to the island to create more of an efficient outpost. We'll probably have them be lumberjacks. We've got a lot of people mining stones. Now we just got to clear out some of that wood. And we can turn this into a nice military base. There's a lot of resources here, but my enemies have twice as much. The Imperium down below, they have their own island to themselves with walls and all sorts of, you know, dangerous armaments and
Yay.
defenses. They've got a lot of gold and a lot of stone to start out with. We need more houses, so I do in fact have to build more houses. But it's good. It's all good, because we have cleared out a considerable amount of woods.
Mandatum.
And she is chopping wood. It's good. Yeah, lumberjacks, not miners. Mine the tree. No, our lumberjacks have cleared out the section here, and they're going to allow me to move things through. So hopefully we can get this house built. There we go. Some point I'll have to kill my turkeys. I quite like having them. To give me some company, but
Greeting.
we will expend more food than we'll actually produce at some point. These aren't very efficient. They're good. They're just not like a mill or anything. We do not have any room for mills. So we're going to have to figure out what to do with that. You're not really doing anything, so let's have you
Yay.
climb this way, get some more vision, and probably start a mine up there. So our miners here, once they're done with the gold, they won't be out of work. Okay, there doesn't appear to be a lot of room up there. So let's just,
Bitch.
yeah, whatever. You start collecting that gold and heading back to the town center and figuring it out. We're going to make our villagers tougher. They don't really need it, but I would like to get that tree maxed out. Create some more galleys. And we should be fairly defended. We've got a lot of archers here. And we are not producing any more, which is fine.
Fight. Yay.
So we're going to have you guys just sit here for a moment. Yeah.
Yay.
The problem is, when you make your map, when you make your starting area a little closed off like that, you run into problems with space issues, but I like to challenge myself and see how I can build my way out of it. And I think we're doing a decent job of that so far. So far, these galleys haven't really encountered any resistance. We're going to see what we can see on the shoreline. There's a lot of woods between me and them, but there are plenty of areas that they could just sneak through. And having a good navy right now is my best strategy. That's really what I have over the enemy. They have the gold advantage and the numbers, but I definitely have the navy right now, and that will earn me a victory if I'm careful. Now, I wanted to make it clear, some people were probably looking at this and be like, what the hell's that doing there? This is part of a mod, and it's the Yeoman perk, and it's giving me this early because when I actually take this perk, when it's complete, it'll initiate the game mode where I can create unlimited amounts of people. Basically, well, practically unlimited. Technically 1,000 characters. So this has effectively changed the game for me. And the enemy can do the same thing. So I'm not gonna, completely beat them in numbers. And we've still got a long way to go to get that many people. But when it comes down to it, this mod allows me to increase the cap to 1,000, and I quite like that. That's really cool. The only reason I don't have unlimited, there is an unlimited mod, is because that's a little much. Oh, that's right, we need more houses first before we can do that. Let's turn you into a builder. Yeah. Let's make a house right here. And we can actually squeeze through there, it's fine. So yeah, I like the fact that you could mod it to create more available spots. I didn't like that the game has a limit, like 200 characters max, and that's not like 200 villagers, that's not 200, horsemen. There's literally 200 living units, between ships and, heroes and turkeys, and actually, no, turkeys don't count, but it doesn't matter. The very fact that characters that you produce take up actual slots, with this mod, it lets you make it feel more like a true empire. It's not a empire of 200 people, it's an empire of 1,000. And again, there is ones that let you, there are ones, that's terrible English, there are mods that let you get unlimited amounts of people, but I don't want the AI going crazy with it, and my game just shutting off because there's about 1 billion people in the other empires. So 1,000 is a pretty reasonable amount. That's a good size for an army, and I think we could benefit quite well from that. We are going to move these people into the ship. We already have a few villagers on the ship. Got a few archers and that. We're going to create some men-at-arms. Not that we really need them right now, but we are going to create them so we don't have to create them later. So we got 4. I usually keep my armies pretty concise, pretty small, and I start building them out gradually. Or I will purposefully build armies, and as I'm building them, I'll make them walk to a specific area, so you can actually adjust where the characters go. Like, if I wanted to build archers, I'd just put them there, and that's where they're going to spawn upon creation. Archers are already in existence, you have to move manually. If you don't know anything about this game. I'm assuming you do. If you don't, this is a really good game that came out a while ago. And I do think it's relatively a more perfect game than most. I quite enjoy it. We're going to build a house there. And in case they do get through by river, we're gonna create that. Okay. So these are shallows. You can walk on them. Oh, there's so much to talk about because it's such an old game. But what do I say other than I've already said? It's really fun. It's really relaxing. This is the kind of game that you could get lost in for months and years. I'm not saying a game mode would actually last that long, but it's relaxing. It is. It's a god creation game. It's literally, you are the almighty whatever you are, and you are basically just ordering things to go with it. Look, I can even lock a gate if I want. Bam! Gate is locked. No one can leave. But we're not going to do that. It's a lot of fun. Shit, I just remembered that I didn't want a house there. I wanted to... well, we can always build something right there. That's fine. That's fine. We are going to get more miners for gold. Gold will become an issue very quickly, and there is significantly less gold than there is any of the other resources on this map. I did put a considerable amount of starting gold in the close vicinity to each civilization. That includes my allies, that includes the 3 enemies that are down in this direction. So we got a lot of starting gold, but once it's exhausted, it is exhausted. So gotta plan accordingly. And I didn't calculate if it would be enough for... What do we have to build? We have to build another thing. So either a blacksmith or a stable. And my friend Chewy is online. That's awesome. I need to figure out... See, I didn't calculate for the 1,000 population. I wasn't even thinking of it. It's not something I generally do think about. I like the mod. I love it. I've been waiting for something like this since this game came out, before modding took over. And now we don't really have. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna create more fishing vessels. Yeah, because we could really use them for more food production. I didn't calculate the population, so I don't know if the gold will sustain that or not. That's probably the wrong word for that, but whatever. We are creating an empire for the Scourge. Things are a bit of a standstill. And this happens with the maps that I create. I purposely make the entire map out of woods, and then I manually cut paths, and every little divot you see, every rock, everything. I created all of this, and that is in itself one of the reasons I play this game, because it lets me create a world as I see fit. And then the further point is, the world that I've already created, I can then influence it manually, and I love that. I love that in a video game. There needs to be more games that let you do that, in my opinion. I enjoy that. I've created this world. I've melded it in the image that I want, and then from there, the people that I've spawned in can create, you know, from my direction, what I see to be a proper kingdom and empire. And it's crazy. I just realized I blocked off that tent, but it's fine. It adds visual aesthetic. There are more dimensions than you actually see here. In reality, there's a tiny little crawl space there. I like crowded medieval cities. They're quite cool looking. So we've got 2 houses here, and there's a gold miner who is stuck. He's not stuck. He's an idiot. So I don't think gold mining is, you know, buddy. I don't think it's for you. You need to just drop your gold. You're gonna join this workforce here and build something. Should they? No, we've already got a guard tower there. We need more room to build something. That's probably not a good place for that, but we're gonna build it there anyways. There will be room eventually. They can just walk alongside. It's fine. They can also walk through the dimensions of the town center. So I think we're doing fairly good. I mean, we haven't been attacked. That's obviously not going to happen for a while. And I purposely do that so that by the time we get into conflict, the enemy is overwhelming. Like right now, they're probably amassing armies, and they're engaging, trying to get to my allies over here who are a fair bit more exposed than I am. On the opposite end, there's an enemy team that's completely isolated in the wilds there, and we will not be reaching them anytime soon. That gives them plenty of time to do whatever the hell they feel like. And we can now progress to the Castle Age. Obviously, as a player, I have the advantage of... No! Do not gather... Oh, he just dropped... You son of a bitch. Okay, no. You know what you need to do? You need to create a lumber station right here. So none of this happens. This is the biggest problem with this game. Literally, the only problem with this game is if you've got a stack of resource and you accidentally click on something else, he drops it, and you never get it back. So you just watched firsthand there the dumbest thing I could have ever done. So we're gonna build a guard tower there, and we've got all of those. Let's build a blacksmith right here in a moment. We'll finish that, and then we'll build a blacksmith. And if I forget, yell at me. I often get so sidetracked. I build houses and watchtowers. Watchtowers, you really need watchtowers. They make it worth it. So worth it. And I forgot about these fishing boats here, so we're gonna actually get them to go fish out far. We're gonna have one of them fish over here for additional coverage on this little area here. Little inlet. Okay, so you've got that done. Let's make a blacksmith.
Hold him.
Please get off. There we go. And do we have any idle vigil? Yes, we do, actually. So we have just researched the Castle Age, which is good. Meaning that I can, as a matter of fact, increase things. We're going to research that again. I don't know if I have to, but I would like to. So we're going to turn our archers into crossbowmen now, and we're also going to create a buff for cavalry, upgrade our military, more archery buffs, and we're going to increase gold production. I've got a lot of resources, so I don't really have to worry about researching, but what's going to come down to is the actual plays that I will make. Whether or not we will succeed or die miserably is going to completely depend upon my military might. And I would very much like to get a university, but we don't have the space for that, so we're going to make you laborers and clear out some... We don't necessarily have a mine up there, so let's put a mine right here.
Hold him.
And hopefully they'll clear out some of that gold, and we'll be able to get some gold. And he is having trouble getting by our military might, so we're doing a great job there. Let's move you guys somewhere, please.
Yes.
My workers can't get through.
Ready.
Build that shit. Oh, my military can't get through. Stop. Stop. You're good. You're good. Stay right there. Smell the berries. Good boys. Okay, so we got our horsemen. We're just going to leave them there for now. I barely ever even use my heroes. I watch the AI stupidly waste them. Like, I remember the last game I played, the AI sent their champions, two of their heroes, up with a villager, and my boats killed them. They don't make the best use of hero characters, and in some respects, it probably seemed a bit more merciful to not give them heroes, because they're just going to waste them. But at the same time, you know, I feel it's only fair. If I get heroes, they get heroes. We're going to create more vision for ourselves, as that will be most useful. We have the ability to create knights. I normally like to get a giant army of knights and archers, and mounted archers, but we're not going to do that just yet, considering our space restriction. Alright, we're going to be researching the handcart, and I've been skipping through parts every now and then, a couple of minutes, just to advance the video. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm going to try to make it as concise as possible to give you that experience you've been desiring. I watch these videos on occasion simply because I like watching the progress of the civilization from nothing to something. And I did start this off a little bit into it, but you know, I don't really know how to go about this, like Age of Empires. I don't play competitively, so it's not really, I'm not really doing a video where, oh my god, the action is crazy and all that. No, the action will get crazy later on, and whether or not I decide to make a video of that, I don't know yet. But I'm interested in seeing what you guys want out of creative game series, other than 7 Days to Die and Minecraft and, you know, a few other games like that, Cube World. There isn't a whole lot to select, and there aren't a lot of really, really good creative games other than the ones I've just mentioned. So a game like this, I really like Age of Empires 2. It still is one of the more perfect games I've ever played because it does what it does so well. There's so many free versions of games like this that are absolute donkey piss, and where the hell are you going? How do you take gold from here and what? No, don't drop. Oh my god, you dumb. You know what? Fine. Just dig up the stone and drop all the gold. That's brilliant. There are very few AI hiccups, but when they do happen... And that was partially human error, too. Like, I accidentally clicked on the stone instead of the thing, but they overlap, and there's no way to change the camera angles, at least as far as I remember. There is no way. I don't think there is. This was before games really got inventive with cameras. This was at a simpler time of games, and this was, like, amazing. I'm sorry, this was, like, one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. And we need to build a university, a siege workshop, and or monastery. We can afford to create another 2 workers. We can afford to do a lot. It's just I'm worried now about the food. I'm not making, like I said, I'm going to fall back on food. We're not making enough food now to keep up with our creation, and here we are spending more food. So there will be a point where it's another big standstill, and I'm not really going to be building a lot. And at that point, I will probably not be doing anything. We're running low on space. Like, seriously running low on space. So we're going to chop some wood with him. We're going to chop the same tree with him to increase the speed. Hell, we can create 2 more villagers just to speed up this process. We've got to clear these trees so we can actually start building more things. We're getting plenty of gold now and plenty of stone. Food is an issue, and a mill needs to be created to sustain that. I also only added 1 type of fish to the game world, which is the salmon. And that's not offering us as much food as it could, versus the marlin, which is the best food in the game, and it can even go in shallows. I didn't put any marlin in on purpose because I wanted this game mode to be more pertinent, even though it was still very lengthy and time-consuming. I like it to last. I like a lot of things to last. That's what I like. Romance, video games, a really good meal. I'll purposely take tiny little bites of it just to make it go, you know, longer, for hours. Be like, oh, delicious chicken. Nom 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 nom. Delicious. So we've got some more trees cut down. Got some mines going on here. And all you can hear is the lovely sounds of people just hacking and mining, and meanwhile our enemy is doing something down below. I have no idea what they're doing, but hopefully before we actually see any of them, we will have a fairly decent defensive structure built on this island. And I will actually at some point put a town center somewhere here. So they do take out our primary town. This is attached to the mainland. This is all the mainland that goes down and around. There are a few rivers and large lakes, but having a town center on an island will be very advantageous. And I'm concerned about the Imperium because they have their town center already on an island. There's 1 bridge leading to the mainland, and they might very well start putting town centers up everywhere. And yeah. I gave the Banner of the Sun a lot of stone, so they're probably going to have a shitload of these towers everywhere. They don't have the ability to build relatively quickly, and they have a lot of open space, so it's going to be anyone's game once we make contact with one of the enemy troops. And my allies, I'm hoping they're mining, they're digging as much and getting as many trees chopped down as I am, because I'm really, really, really trying to make room here. Hopefully we can meet up with them and build on their territory as well. It's the best strategy you can do in any of these games, is to add your military might to their military might. Or lack thereof, if you add a bunch of towers or a castle. And as a matter of fact, it is the castle age. And I would like to build a castle here, but in order to progress... I said I needed... What did I need? I needed a university. But if I build it... As is a tough decision. I think I will build the university, as that will help us out a lot more than what we've been doing. And do I have the room? That is the question. People are going to be trapped if I do that. Yeah, he's going to be trapped over there. so I can't. We're going to speed up the process here, clearing out this area. By actively selecting villagers and forcing them to do tasks, we can clear out more things. And she's going a really...
Ready.
What are you doing?
Yay.
No. Chop down that tree. No.
Yay.
Do it. What are you doing? You just walked that direction. Oh my god. Chop down the tree. This is, believe it or not, this has the better character management than any of those other games. You just click on this button, it shows you immediately who's not doing anything, and you can force them to do something else. But it's not without its problems. Like I said, the pathfinding can be a little glitchy at times, and this turkey is apparently an imposing obstacle. See, look, he can't even move by his friends. There we go. I mean, I guess I can't really criticize that. This is a game that came out a while back, and it did very well for itself, so we're gonna... Okay, so she just dropped that. We're going to build a thing right here. We're gonna build it right there. There's enough room for them to squeeze by, and if they absolutely need to go to the town center, they can walk down this direction here, which is wide open, and I didn't build anything for that reason. They can even cut through the little market area there and down. There is a lot of blocked areas, but that would actually be beneficial if we get invaded. God forbid the Imperium builds some ships and, you know, just floats their ass up here. We'll see them coming, but we don't have a lot to stop them. And if they do that, we have a lot of barriers, obstacles, choke points for these soldiers to kill them in. And that can work out in our favor. I actually won a game recently because there was a choke point and I was playing as the Vikings, so I just had a bunch of berserkers just waiting, and every time a scout or, you know, a bunch of siege equipment would come through, we'd annihilate them. So now we have the ability to research new stuff, and that's great for us. I'm gonna build a watchtower right here just in case we do get attacked from the sea. We don't have a lot of inland defense. We've got 2 towers there. We won't really need it right now. There's a lot of wilderness and not a lot of areas they can just sneak through. So once we build that, we'll be set for a bit. One thing I really like the way this town is turning out. Unknowingly, I'm making it look like an old English town, and it's very close together, and it's got all these little nooks and crannies. And I quite like the appearance of it. It looks really nice. The thing is, as I was saying before, it's a problem with our character AI trying to move through it. So, I think, without further ado, I am, in fact, going to end this episode here. And I don't think this will be a regular series. This definitely will not be a regular series. I just don't know where this would really go, considering it's not competitive in any sense of the word. I mean, if you guys really like it, I will occasionally make a video or two about it, and I may still make a video or two about it, just it's not going to be very frequent. It's going to be kind of like what Space Engineers is now. I occasionally put out a video, and when I do, you know, it's all well and good, but it's not a video that's going to... It's not like 7 Days to Die. It's not this riveting experience where I'm going on a huge adventure or anything, because there's nothing to do in Space Engineers other than build and test. That's literally what it is. It's a testing game. These guys are fishing way too much in the same spot. We need to get you over here. So this, you know, this is an old game, and there's a lot of videos filled with action, and that are a lot quicker and concise. I play this for fun, and I don't really expect you guys to be like, oh, this is the greatest video you've ever made. No, because I don't think it is. It's okay. It's just, it's not everything. We're gonna buy chain barding. That would really help us. So yeah, you know, thank you for watching. If this is your first time to my channel, like, comment, subscribe. I don't think, like I said, we'll actually be doing... We're going to get masonry there. We need more defense. I don't think this is going to be a regular series at all. And I really don't want to make it a regular series, considering the time it takes. I don't know how long this video is. I'm pretty sure I'm going to look back and be like 40, 50 minutes, and... look at all I've done. I mean, yeah, I've gotten pretty far within that period of time, but we haven't seen a single enemy. And I was expecting by now for them to break through. There's only a few trees separating them from me. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for some of the newer games coming out this year that I will be, in fact, doing videos for. This will include, and is not limited to, Dying Light, Evolve, No Man's Sky, in case it does come out this year, Star Citizen, possibly, which is scheduled to come out next year, but it is possible that it could come out this year. So yeah, keep an eye out for those games, because I definitely keep an eye out for them. And, yeah, you guys keep up the support, and I will keep giving you videos that, you love and enjoy and find to be silly, random, and just overall entertaining. I'm hoping this video was entertaining enough for you. Without further ado, I am going to click on the horse butts